Hi, this is the Marshall Class 5. The Class 5 is a 5-watt all-valve Class A amp from Marshall, made right here in the UK. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you around the top panel of this amp, and then we're going to start getting some sounds out of it. Just before we go any further, just to let you know, inside here is a 10-inch speaker designed in conjunction with Celestion. We've come up with the G10 F15. All right, so what we're going to do is going to start looking across the top panel. This is a very simple and easy to use amp. And the reason that we've kind of come up with this amp is because we've had requests from artists and public alike to kind of recreate the whole Marshall sound and what you always hear in the big stacks, but in a much smaller unit. And so the front panel of this is kind of represented in that way, the simplicity of our original amps. After the guitar input, you've got just a simple volume control, and then you've got an EQ section consisting of treble, middle and bass. And just at the end there, you've got your power indicator and power switch as well. So what I've done just to set this up to start with, I'm going to put the volume on 1/4. I've got the treble on just over 3/4. I've got the middle on about 1/3 and the bass on 2/3. And this is good for kind of more cleaned up kind of sounds, but still with a little bit of punch to them. Now, everything you heard there was on the front pickup. If I knock it to the back pickup of the guitar now. What I'm going to do now is turn the volume up to about half, and you'll hear now the sound obviously start to break up as you'd expect from a Marshall valve amp. What I'm going to start doing now is changing the EQ slightly, so leaving the treble where it is, I'm going to bring the middle up now from 1/3 up to about 3/4. And I'm going to leave the bass where it is, but I'm going to increase the volume now to 3/4. And now this is good sort of territory for more harder rhythms and definitely more soloing stuff. And finally, what I'm going to do, just so you can hear it flat out, volume all the way up, same with all the EQs, treble now on 10, middle on 10, and bass on 10 as well. And this is really, you know, for me personally with an amp like this, is a good way to use it. You know, crank it up. You can still adjust it from the guitar volume if you want as well. So what I'll do is I'll start with just a little bit of guitar volume, and then towards the end there, open it all up. Right, so that's pretty much it in terms of sounds of the Class 5. As I said earlier, it's a very simple amp to use. It's ideal if you want it for at home, if you want it to rehearse with, if you want it in the studio, if you want obviously a more low wattage sound to record with. It also sounds great with pedals in front of it and stuff like that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have a quick look at the rear panel of this amp. On the rear panel of the Class 5, you've got a selection switch, firstly consisting of a headphone output. When this option is selected, it automatically bypasses the internal speaker. On the other side, you've got an extension speaker 16 ohm out, so you can run the Class 5 into a standard 4x12 cabinet. For more information on the Class 5, please contact your local Marshall dealer.